Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Real on the Real, where we give you the good recap on all things reality. So, tonight we're going to talk about The Bachelor season 25, week 6. So, my name is UC.
And I'm IJ.
And I'm Dior.
Welcome, everyone. So, let's go ahead. Let's get started.
Okay.
It has been an eventful week for The Bachelor. It has
Yes.
been so much drama that we must
Yes.
discuss before we continue.
Yeah. I
So,
almost didn't read your text,
well,
but
I'm
then
glad
you
that you
called
did.
me and told me to read it and then to
Yeah,
click on it. And I actually listened to the podcast.
it was good.
That
It was
podcast was good with Lindsay,
yeah, yeah,
Rachel
it was
Lindsay.
good.
I
Yeah.
think I'm going to start listening to their podcast.
Hmm.
Rachel, we love you here.
We do. We love you. We think you are the best bachelorette, and we think you are amazing.
Yeah,
And
you're the
Chris
reason why I
Harris.
started watching it.
Yeah, well,
Besides
I've
you,
always
Trina.
watched it. Chris Harris, I have been a fan. I was a fan. I am no longer a fan. You were a huge disappointment. I
Oh,
was
yes,
shocked.
yes.
You were, I don't know
I
why. You know what? I do have a theory. My theory is the reason why you opened your mouth and you defended her for absolutely no reason. Well, I think the reason why you defended her is because that is who Matt picked. Because usually you don't defend people for any reason. Usually you're like zip it, and the most you usually say is, "Ladies, this is the final rose." That's the most you usually say. So I was actually surprised that you went on her podcast and you started mansplaining and talking over her. Very rude, very disappointing. And so I think that's the
It's a
reason why
very
you were
ignorant
doing that.
thing.
Yes. And why ABC hasn't said anything and why Matt James hasn't said anything. So I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But I did
was
think
rather disappointed that Matt hasn't said anything because we know from Rachel
he
Lindsay.
probably can't
Yeah, he
because he
probably can.
contractually can't say anything.
Yeah.
No, he
Because
can't. He can't say. He can say stuff about other things, but not about like who he's
But
with.
if he chose her and they still have a relationship, it's going to be kind of weird to,
No, I can say stuff about my husband. If my husband is wrong,
No, right. And then plus we don't even know what he's allowed to say, via ABC. Like what they're gonna allow him to put. I don't know.
Rachel
know.
Lindsay said nobody was stopping the other girl,
Matt?
yes.
Rachel.
from apologizing or anything, and so
Well, that
nobody's
didn't
stopping.
have anything to do with the show at all, though. It was just simply her defending the
Right, and so what Matt has to talk about doesn't have anything to do with the show.
That's
it could
true.
just be like, you know what? I think that was wrong. Those actions were wrong, and I would love to hear what she has to say about it. That's all he has to say is acknowledge that that's wrong. And Matt, you're Black. The world sees you as a Black person, no matter how light-skinned you are.
He sees himself as a Black person. He knows.
Well,
he's
then
Black.
why isn't he saying something? Money should not. This is not
know.
the time to think about money, because you can still be correct and be politically correct and say the right thing and still defend your other African-American culture and so forth by simply making statements like, you know what? That was wrong for her to do that. That was wrong for her to say these things, but that's all. It was wrong. It's in the past. She's a maturing adult. It was when she was 18. People do stupid things all the time. It doesn't define who you are. It doesn't.
Unless that's really who she is. Unless that's really who she is.
What I thought was, and maybe I missed where this came or how this came about, but when he pulled her aside and he took her aside and I feel like he asked how her parents would feel about meeting him. And I don't know, her response kind of gave me like, they wouldn't like you, but they would accept you because I chose you. So I wonder if they had talked about anything. There was someone, I believe, earlier in the season that said that, you know, he was different than what she dated or something like that, where it may be like a little with her family. And I can't remember who it was, but yeah, that's when I was like, okay, well, maybe she's gonna go this time. And he had like watery. I was just like, what is going on?
What was his eyes watering for?
When he was talking to her, I don't
know.
I don't know.
I must have blinked and missed that because
he looked like
he
was about to cry.
It's not like she's purebred white. She's something. She's mixed with something.
She looks like she has something.
Yeah. Did you see her dad on the previews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like he's mixed with something too.
Like Ecuadorian or something like that.
Probably
I said
not.
Ecuadorian. How did I keep Ecuador? But no.
But okay,
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in him.
But what they are saying, yeah, I am too. So what they're saying, so he stepped aside for a certain period. He said he's going to step aside. So they're saying that Rachel Lindsay should become the host of The Bachelor. I don't know if they ABC well, because she said that she's tired of The Bachelor and she's going to be done with it. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see, because he said that he's not going to host the final rose ceremony, which is the last episode of The Bachelor. So we'll see what happens.
What will
so let's
wait. Bachelor Nation loves him. They do. A Bachelor Nation is made up of white people. Yes.
Yeah.
And they and I want to say there's a type of white people that have white privilege, Jenna.
So on Rachel's Instagram, there's one Instagram where she's like, after his apology, she's like, Lord, she's like in a yoga pose, and she's like, Lord, please give me the serenity, blah, 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 blah. And then as people were commenting, why are you doing this to him, Rachel? Why are you, now he's lost his job, why are you doing this to him? Why can't you just go away? Why are you always calling people out, Rachel? Why do you have to do this to everyone? So they were just like hating on her over and over and over. And then on Rachel, the other Rachel's, the white Rachel's Instagram, she had written her apology, and they're like, we support you, Rachel. We understand. You didn't do anything wrong, Rachel. We understand what you're going through. And people are, this is just like cancel culture. So it was
cancel culture.
Opposite. Yeah. You never heard of that?
No.
So yeah, that's what, like, if you do anything wrong, you get canceled. So like, this is a new phrase from 2020, cancel culture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you do something wrong, your TV show gets canceled.
You get canceled. So it's not even TV show. You get canceled.
Associated with
with entertainment wise, you get canceled.
Oh, okay. Well, be on your P's and Q's, people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes both ways. You can get canceled for doing something bad. You can get canceled for doing something good. Like Colin Kaepernick got canceled. Yeah. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
It's not, but none of us really know. So I just know it doesn't sound right. So we would just let that pass. Pass on by.
He got canceled for doing something good, so it can go,
it was before his time. It was before his time. He saw the future and try to get us woke, like Jane would say, woke. But we weren't awake at that time. But no, yeah.
All right, so let's go into the show. It started off with Heather, the intruder. Where did she come from? We learned that Heather Brown said, you know what? I think you should meet Matt James. So why don't you go in 3/4 down the season and go and try to meet this dude? Well, he was like, you know what? I have loyalty towards my girls. You're here too late. I've made real connections. I see my wife in that room. So he was like, you gotta go. So the girls were mean to her. They were being mean girls.
She started like, you guys didn't even learn your lesson, did you? I did notice. I think Piper was just like she was kind of being a little quiet, but just like y'all need to.
That didn't even help her.
Sure didn't.
She still
Gotta go.
This episode was so disappointing to me. Like
it was.
The order in which he picked the women, like it's just, I don't.
Yeah. Look, I mean, the one my eye, I was like,
he got Heather. He bounced Heather out of there.
Yes.
So then he came back.
She was too blonde and too white.
Oh yeah, well, he kissed all up on some of the girls.
He probably had flashbacks of when he was younger, and people hating on him. Or type of crowd of people.
I mean, really, though, this was the last show before he meets their family. So
right. So why in the world was she trying to come on the show for at that time?
So late. Why didn't she come sooner?
Why did she come with the second group of women?
Yeah.
Right. And you know what's interesting? There's only one person left from that second group of women. So, I mean, they did a good job, I guess, bringing that second group because there's one person that he did.
No, there's two girls. There's two girls from the second group of women.
No, just one. Or was it two?
There's
no,
two
just
girls.
one. Just one.
No, the curly hair girl.
Who? Piper?
No, she was there from the beginning.
Not Piper.
No, the one who they did the tantric yoga. She was there from the beginning.
Oh, she was there from the beginning, yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Don't even remember her.
Yeah. She got the second one-on-one date.
Bree. I didn't remember her. I was just like, where did she come from? Like
she got the first one-on-one date.
The deaf girl?
No, Bree, the one he went on the one-on-one.
This part Persian.
Oh, is that her? Okay.
Oh, I like her.
Look for her in the cast list.
I like her too.
I don't remember her. Okay.
She went on the first one-on-one date, so way back yonder.
Okay.
Glenn.
Yeah. So it was good that he got and then he had his first one-on-one with the girl. Who did he have his first one-on-one with?
Yasena.
No.
So he had the second one-on-one date with the girl, the tantric sex girl who felt uncomfortable. Yeah.
She felt uncomfortable.
And I thought she was gonna go. I was like, I don't feel like you guys. She didn't even seem to have chemistry with him.
Like, no. Remember
that was that Nana said. My mom said. Remember, Nana said, she needs to say, "I like you."
Yes.
Then you get a rose, and then she said it, and then he gave her a rose. I was like, but why pick people that who are we to judge him? Honestly, like, who are we to judge him and tell him who he should pick?
I'm not telling him who he should pick, but we can only base by what they show us. And what I'm seeing is that she doesn't really seem to be interested in him.
Yeah, but I
get it. I get that you may not be a person that is like overly affectionate. I feel like if I don't know someone, I'm not either. Like if I'm like beginning to date someone, I'm not gonna be like, I don't really want you to touch me. He's too touchy-feely for me. But then why come on the show? Because I think, wasn't she also the one that says she doesn't like catch feelings really fast? Was that her? And I'm just like, why did you come on this show? Why did you think that this show was how you love?
Yeah. I was today must have been a stressful day for him too. Going through all those girls, knowing that he had to send each girl home that he wasn't going to be picking. And then that had to be hard, especially the deaf girl. Abigail, yeah, I felt so bad. Like these girls.
I know, and I bet she never asked that question. She's like, why did I ask that question?
When did she ask that? I think I missed it just before I was just like, well, what happened? What did she ask?
She asked them, like, do you see a future with you? She was like, in the very beginning, I got the first rose with you. We had a great connection. And then we really never really connected again. She was like, after all this time has passed, do you still see a future with me?
Mm.
And then, he
Yeah,
answered her.
I heard his response. Okay, that makes sense now. Wow.
But Jenna, I had said
Mhm.
while we were watching the show, I said, he never went on a one-on-one. What is she here for? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So what makes
Yeah.
him
And same with
decide?
Yesenia. At this
Yeah,
point, yeah. Yesenia, at this point, if you haven't gone on a one-on-one date, he's not going to pick you to go on a hometown date with you.
right.
You're not going to make it you're not going to make it to a hometown. There's no connection there
I
if you
Who was
haven't
the
totally
other
already
girl
went on a
who had it
one-on-one.
one? Who was the other one? It was just
Say that again.
who was the other girl who hadn't gone on a one-on-one?
Abigail.
Abigail, the
Oh,
deaf
okay,
girl.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm still trying to understand why he didn't pick April.
Who's April?
Who's April?
Oh,
Abigail?
Paige. I'm so embarrassed.
Piper? Piper?
Piper. Thank you.
Piper.
That's a
I
P.
know. They made such a beautiful couple. I liked her.
Yeah, I did. And her hair looked really good.
Yeah.
Not in the beginning, but it looked good near the end when she got kicked off. Like her hair looked really good. I love
Yeah.
those girls.
I don't know
She had,
why. I thought they had a good connection,
yeah, I
but
did
I
too.
guess it wasn't
Yeah.
good enough.
I really thought
But I was glad. Like,
I think he only kept breathing because she quit her job. And I think she only told him that so she could have a chance.
to say.
Honestly. Because I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
remember. Like, I don't believe that you guys have a connection. So I feel like she was just like, let me just.
I did see the TV. I did see next. I might have gotten a private viewing from NBC. I can't divulge it.
It's AC.
Okay.
So you did not get a private.
Can't say. You see, you're blocked. Blocked. Okay. My private viewing was the commercials. was the next episode theme. I did notice. I can't stand you. I did notice that all the girls' fathers or mother, one was Caucasian, one was African American. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Mm-hmm. Well,
You
maybe
said
that's
what
what he's
now?
comfortable with because that's what he is. They were mixed.
A mom or
Mhm.
dad was white, except for Rachel. Everybody else, all the other three girls.
Oh, okay.
had
I
a-
was going to say, okay.
Yeah. So
Mhm. I think maybe that's what he's comfortable with because that's what he is. So maybe he has comfort in that.
but my theme with that is you shouldn't should you select people by that?
I mean, I don't think he.
Well, maybe he's like
Maybe he just felt
yeah,
more of
maybe
a
that's
connection with them because they has
mhm.
maybe they have.
I mean, let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope that's the reason why.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Matt, we've been hard on you this season. And we just have. I don't know what to say.
No, I think we would have. I think if
For me, it's
he
not
was like,
because he's black. I think it's just because
it's not
he's
because
mad.
he's black. I think it's the way he's choosing people. I don't think he's being genuine. He's not really getting to know them. He's attacking their faces. Like, I just don't think that I'm believing their stories. So I'm like you guys said, we don't even we can't even really tell who he's really feeling.
Right.
And I did apologize when I attacked his clothing and his style because I thought that was him. And then I found out that it was ABC. So I did apologize. But I'm not apologizing for other stuff was because of who he is, not because he was black. But he did pick off all the dark skinned black girls, and I think it's just because that's not what he's attracted to. I think that's.
Should we judge him for that?
No.
I mean, Christian Dior, you would be almost fine. Chen and I would not be good enough for him, but
I wouldn't either.
You're a little lighter skinned.
I just pass.
So you might be a Matt James kind of girl. I don't know.
Definitely
with your tight ass pants. Sorry, didn't mean to say that.
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's make a prediction. We have our top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we think is going to be the top 2?
Top 2?
Rachel.
Wait. Let's stop at top 3, please. So that way I can break it down. Top 3. Okay.
Wait, so who will be the next person to be kicked off is what you're asking?
So okay. This is real on the reels. Top 3 for the Bachelor prediction. All right. Go.
I think it's going to be Rachel, the girl who resigned from her job,
Bree,
and one of the girl who was a replacement who came in later.
the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
He really seems to like her, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He seems to like her.
Not a really favorite of mine, but.
So, okay. So I think Rachel, I can agree with the teacher. For some reason, I don't feel like he's feeling Bree, but I feel like he may try to keep her because she quit her job. But and yeah, I don't think him and the tantric girl have any chemistry. So I'm gonna go with the same 3 as you: Bree, the teacher, and Rachel.
Rachel.
I'm gonna go with Jelena.
Who's Jelena?
Okay. Now, I'm gonna
names.
Okay.
There's only 4.
Okay. I think that Paige is gonna come back.
Who is Paige?
Piper.
Oh, Piper. Sorry. Yes. I keep thinking Paige from work. You don't think so? I don't like none of the girls he has left. I think it's going to be Rachel, the teacher that for some reason he just likes a lot. I don't even know what type of connection he has with Bree.
I think he connected when they first got on when she first came on the show, but she really hasn't connected with him again.
Okay, so I think the same 3. And I think it's going to be the final 2 is going to be the teacher and Rachel.
Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what's that game you wanted to play?
Okay, let me get.
I only have a tiny bit of wine, so if this is a drinking game.
Well, so I had to grab my button. So I wanted to play Have I Never Ever. Is that how you say it?
Ever.
Never have I ever. I asked my husband, I said, Keith, do you want to play Never Have I Ever? He goes, that's the problem. You watch too much TV, too much reality TV. Keep it there. But I think it would be fun to play with your spouse, right?
Yeah.
Would you play that with Dan? Your guys is almost boring.
Sure. Well, let's just go ahead.
Okay. I'm a boring person, so it would be bad for me to even do this. Because, you see, I can't even stand when people kiss on TV. I just feel like that's something that you shouldn't like. I feel like it's gross. Not gross, but
it doesn't have to be. I'm not going to play this game if it's about sex.
Oh, no, it can be about anything. Okay. Never have I ever.
You should have thought of your.
I sure should have.
Yeah, you should have play the next time when we have questions.
Yes.
All right, ladies.
We'll do that. Married at First Sight.
So we all have to come up with one question.
Take it away, Christian. Dior, take it away, Dior.
Thank you for joining our channel today. Like, comment, and subscribe below.
I love that voice.
Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.